What's up, everybody? Welcome to South Beach Strategy. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about teamwork. Very important in the business world because you can't do it alone. And a very important person on my team is Valeria La Bendita, my hairstylist who keeps it fresh every week for the episodes. Right, Valeria?
Yeah, just before the episode.
Just before the episode, that's right. She wakes up early, comes to her business just to take care of me. And I really appreciate that because not everybody does that, especially on a weekday, right? It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard on a weekday to wake up in the morning for a stylist, It's not really your busy time,
Yeah.
Fridays, Saturdays, that's when
not everybody wants to get a haircut early in the morning.
Right. Not everybody wants to wake up in the morning and do a haircut, but I got to do it, and you work with me, and we appreciate that here. And I think a lot of people are afraid to work with their team to help elevate them, And something I was thinking about today when we were at the studio, at your studio, is, the importance of, elevating other people, And in my career, I've always looked at ways to try to help lift other people before I even try to lift up myself, which is kind of what we do here at the podcast, We try to help elevate our guests because they're also part of our ecosystem and they're friends, So whatever we can do to boost your business, we try to do it.
Thank you.
In reciprocal, we hope that it comes back to us,
Yeah, of course.
But we don't do it with expecting anything. We do it because we just feel like by pushing others, it all comes back around,
It also feels like the responsibility for me when I do your hair or somebody else that is always like, I'm going to do the podcast today or I'm going to have a date today or a job interview. So it always feels like a responsibility. Like, I'm going to cut your hair. You got to look good. I'm going to make you look good. So it always feels so good because I'm helping you look better and feel more confident about what you're going to do that day. And always change how you feel in the day.
Well, it's true because the last time when you sold me out, it was because you had something important to do, right? You had to help an artist, right? You had to travel for that.
Yeah. I traveled to New York to cut his hair. And, well, I knew I needed to cut your hair on Wednesday. I wasn't going to be here, so I did it on Monday. I tried to make it more sharp, so it
was
last.
super sharp.
It will last till Wednesday.
So talk to us about the trip on that you went on. For what does a typical trip like that look like?
Well, it's like half and half fun, because it was touring for my friend that is a rapper, but he always need like fresh cut just before the show, and it was just he had the time and I had the time to meet there. He had like 20 dates in the whole United States, but I only meet him in New York.
Just New York?
Nice. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't see a lot of work. I did see a whole lot of fun going on, a lot of bottle popping, club jumping,
I cut his hair and one of his friends, so yeah.
So, and then you guys went out afterwards?
Yeah, of course.
And he had a show?
Yeah.
So you went, so that's what you mean when you cut somebody's hair, there's, some kind of responsibility that they usually have that goes with that, right?
Yeah, with him, well, I started in Mexico. I was living in Mexico for 15 years. I started there. I learned to cut hair there. And, sometimes I cut his hair like 2 or 3 times in a week. And, it's the same responsibilities higher because it's like, I'm going to make a video. I'm going to have an interview. I'm going to have a photo shoot. I need a fresh cut. They're going to look everything.
Yeah, he has to be perfect.
Yeah, it has to be perfect.
We understand.
Yeah.
Podcast, we get it.
And you're going to see it later in videos and photos and everything. And it's like your portfolio. And it has to be perfect. Because everybody is going to see it and everybody is going to say, that day the haircut wasn't that good or...
Yeah, that's gonna fall. The heat's gonna fall on you. Trust me. I look at my haircut every podcast, and I do the same thing to make sure,
Yeah, I know.
But it's always on point. Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the struggle a little bit. You come from Mexico. Okay, so walk us through that. What brought you to South Beach?
Well, I came before on vacation a few times. I always liked it. I wasn't in any other place different than Miami, and I just wanted to try. Like, I feel I always get bored when I'm in the same place for a long time. So I just wanted to try. because I had my barbershop in Mexico, the same name, La Bendita. I was La Bendita in Mexico. I had a name. I had a reputation. Everybody knew me. I had my own shop, and I moved here to start all over. So it wasn't easy, but it was very good. Like I started in a barber shop again. Like I went through being the boss to start being an employee again. A barber nobody knew about. They were just a new barber in
Was
the
that
shop.
here in South Beach when I met you?
No, I started in Doral.
Doral.
Yeah, there's another barber shop in Doral, and then I moved here to South Beach.
So you had your own business in Mexico, and then you decided to take a leap of faith. I'm gonna move to Miami. I've been there before. I visited. I think I
Yeah.
can do this. I'm gonna get a job. I'm just gonna start from ground zero.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
did that, and then how did that go?
Well, and it was like two struggles because it starting all over as a barber and starting all over as an immigrant. So it was struggling to find a job, struggling to be a new barber in a new barber shop, no clients, and I was struggling to make even almost 100 a day.
Yeah, and you're a
But
woman,
hardly.
so to get to cut hair for men, that's gonna be
Yeah.
tough for them to trust you, right?
Yeah, in Doral, it was different clientele than here. There is like old people, families, kids. So it was easier, the haircuts, but the clients are more like, old people don't trust too much. I'm young and I'm a woman. And when I moved here, it changed everything. Here, a lot of tourists, and it's way different. Like a lot different kind of hairstyles, haircuts. Everything changed. So I learned a lot here. I learned a lot, and gaining the trust from them was very hard at the beginning. So in this business, it's just being constant. Yeah.
Consistent.
Consistent.
Yeah. Yes.
So people can see you. Like you have to be there since the barbershop opens till it closes. So people know you're there. They see when you're cutting hair. Like they don't trust you, so they're gonna cut their hair with somebody else, but they're gonna watch what you're doing. So next time, they're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna try with her. I've seen her job, so I'm
Yes.
gonna try.
Yes.
So they stay with me after. I let my work just talk for me.
Yes.
The best thing I can do.
And then what's your mind frame about being like a hard worker and being available? Because a lot of times people, they want to leave early and they don't want to work many hours. So what's your thought process when you have to, be there?
Yeah, well, at the beginning, it's just sacrifice everything. Like, it don't matter. You have to be there in the morning, at night. I'm open. Like, even now that I have my own studio, I open 24 hours. If I have to be there for you, I'm going to be there. That's how you get your clients to stay with you. And I like that my clients feel that I care about them. And it's not only because the money or whatever. I really care about my clients. And I want them to feel that I care about. Or I want you to feel that I care about you, about your skin. I don't want to harm you. I want to do it everything. I don't want to cut you. So, yeah, I was telling one of my friends the other day that I never felt this in Mexico the same way than here. Like, I feel that I care about my clients and my clients care about me. Like, when I get my big tattoo,
Yeah.
everybody was like,
Yeah.
"Well, are you okay? If not, we can do it another day." I'm
Yeah.
like, "No, I can't.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah, because
care
you weren't
about me.
expecting to be down for so much time when you got the big
Yeah.
tattoo, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
almost a
Valeria's
week.
all tatted up, head to toe. So she got a big tattoo. She didn't realize she wasn't gonna be able to cut hair the next day.
Yeah, I had the next day I was booked. I had to cancel.
Yeah, no, I was one of them.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Yeah, I felt so bad, but I learned.
Well, the podcast is the reason why I became your client, right? The podcast has something to do with our relation.
No, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I had these two guys that were always cutting my hair, Kiko and Cruz. I don't mind rolling them under the bus,
Just saying names.
And they weren't available, And I remember I went on Google, and it was late. It was like Friday, 7:30. It was late. And I was checking barbershops that were close to me, and I found Blades on the beach. And I called, and I think you answered the phone, and you said, I was like, I know it's late. You're like, just come through. And I was like, fuck, that sounded like a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be able to cut my hair? Fuck it, I'm going to go. You know, just
Yeah,
to
yeah.
hopefully she cuts good and
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
put my haircut on the gram and
Yeah,
show
I
my boys that
remember.
they fucked up, you know, because they ain't never gonna see $1 from me again, you know. So
Yeah,
I
I
win, I
remember.
took the leap of faith, and then I win, and then the haircut was really good. And I remember I even took Katia over there one day, and when she saw that you cut my hair, she was like, "Oh man, a girl cuts your hair. That's really
Yeah.
cool," you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And then I just continued rolling with you, and then now you have your own studio. You see, guys, you're not flaking. You level up with the boss, you know. Now you got your own. She got her own studio now,
That's why
you
I can
know.
be here now.
Yeah, that's why you're here now because you can move when you want to
Yeah,
move. And
yeah.
it's a great studio. I love it. It's my favorite place so far that I've been to get my haircut. I love it there. I love the view and I love the
Yeah.
location. So
Most of
it's
my
really
clients
good.
prefer the private studio than the barbershop.
100%. I
Yeah.
did not like going to the shop that you worked at. I
Yeah.
went for you, but I did not like going
Yeah,
in there.
most of my clients tell me that.
They would tell you that?
Yeah, like I was going there for you.
Yeah. Because there's so many crazy people around there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the street there was just loaded with just nuts.
Yeah.
You know?
And inside the shop sometimes
And
too
inside the shop
noisy.
too, yeah, talking a lot of shit, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I didn't like that. Sometimes I felt like how you say, like embarrassed.
Yeah. Well, you know, because when you
Yeah.
have a certain level of clientele, sometimes you have to adjust to what
Yeah.
your situation is,
Yeah.
you know, and you know when you got a shop that's full of nuts and you
Yeah.
know
Yeah, and also
weirdos walking around there, you know what I mean? It's like
it's
you
like
don't feel comfortable
not
going
my
there.
target also about like the clients that came there, not all of them were my target.
Right.
So with this place, I have a target of clients too. They
Yes.
work like a filter. So I can filter also some of my clients because of course I raise a little bit the prices. It's a different service. It's the service I always wanted to give. Like you get there, what you want to drink, you want to watch whatever you want to watch. I'm gonna take care of you. Like it's a private space. I'm not rushing. I don't have people waiting for me. I don't have people coming in. It's just me and the client, our time, private. If you want to talk, if you don't want to talk, it don't matter.
If you want to connect your phone, you can connect your
Yeah,
phone to
yeah.
the TV, whatever you want, right?
Yeah, it don't matter.
So
You can do whatever you
you
want.
teach also, right?
Yeah, well, I used to teach in Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, at the beginning, I really liked barbering, so I did very good at the school, at the academy, and right after I went into a barbershop. When I got my first haircuts, my first killer haircuts. Then the same academy where I studied called me to give classes, to teach. And I stayed there like for 3, 4 months giving classes, but I didn't like it too much. I prefer cutting hair and teaching. I didn't have time to cut a lot. I like teaching, but also cutting. I felt like that those months I wasn't cutting that much, so I lose a little bit of technique and everything. So yeah, after that I just moved to another barbershop where I met the rapper guy, my friend, Aleman. He had a barbershop. And they hired me there. Everything just started. After that job, I got this job. Then the pandemic, barbershop closed, and then I got my barbershop. Also, there I had some students, private.
This is
Yeah,
in Mexico.
in Mexico. In Mexico, yeah, before coming here.
So you had your own. You've experienced being an entrepreneur in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
You've been an entrepreneur in the United States, so you have some experience
Yeah.
being an entrepreneur, then going back to being a worker,
Yeah.
then now also being an entrepreneur again. What are some advice that you would give for somebody who's up and coming as a barber, especially since you were a teacher, so you've
Mm-hmm.
helped people along the way, to motivate them if they want? Should they have their own shop? Is it worth having your own shop, or is it worth
Yes.
being at your own? Being the top barber in a shop already.
Well, it's always worth it. It's always worth it because it feels very good having your own time, your own space, and giving the service you want to give. But it's a process. I won't tell somebody to come start over with a new place, with a new studio, private studio. It's too hard. You need to start in a barbershop. Like I was telling you, be there, stay there since they open till they close. People see you, um, get your clients to stay with you. Like I always say, I learned this that when you have a new client, your first haircut is like the best you ever give because you want that client to stay. So then that client start coming, getting the same. You get comfortable. So you don't wanna uh, lower the quality of your first haircut with that client only because he's coming back.
Right.
And it happened to me. I'm not gonna lie. It happened to me. He's like, oh yeah, I know what he's getting. Boom, boom, boom. 30 minutes, 25 minutes. I'm done. No. So then one day I see that client going to another barber because I was busy. For this barber is a new client. He's gonna give the best haircut of his life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that client is gonna say, oh, I like this one better now.
Right.
So yeah, that's one of my advice is like keep the same quality since your first time, all of your haircuts. Like take the same time, do the same things like if it was the first time. So the client will feel that yeah, that's why I keep coming with you. Like,
Yeah, that's a solid piece of advice.
Yeah.
I like that.
yeah.
And then what are some of the things that you've learned from ownership that you didn't learn when you were a barber?
Well, when you're a barber inside a barber shop, you don't have to worry about anything. You just have to be there. And the door is going to open, the client's going to come, you're going to cut hair, and they're going to pay you. When you're the owner, and you have to show that you're a brand now. So you have to worry about the experience you're giving, the haircut, the image. Like, since in the other barbershop, I had a uniform I didn't like. In my own studio, I started changing my clothes, how I look. So that also makes different people come to you. And of course, you have to be more responsible about everything, like your time. You have to be there because nobody's gonna call you. You're coming late. You're your own boss. You have
Yes.
to be very strict, very disciplined, and be there. Make your own schedule and everything. Be there for the clients.
Yeah, you have to be very disciplined because no one's going to be there to tell you to show up. You're the one that's
Yeah.
got to show up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I can imagine what it was like being at the barbershop, especially that one that I met you at. There's like 8 guys in there. It's all men.
Yeah.
You're this woman coming in from Doral. You transferred over, right? It was the same company? Or
Yeah,
the
the
same
same.
company. You transfer over to the beach. Now you're in Miami Beach. All men. How was it? How did you prove yourself?
Well, like I was telling you, I just let my work talk. How you say it? Talk.
Let the work talk for
Like
me.
the work talk for me, and just give my best and learn. I'm never afraid of learn different stuff, and I always try to ask the client everything before doing the haircut. Like what you like, what you don't like, how you like this to look. You like the enhancements, you like the color, you don't like it, you like natural, everything. You like to comb your hair, you don't do it, you have time. All the questions you can do. So when you do the haircut, this is what I wanted. So that's how I make the clients trust me. And also keeping the same quality, like I was telling you. The same quality this time, next time is going to be the same. You're not going to feel different. It's the same.
So now that you've had time being an owner and a worker, is being a woman an advantage in this industry or a disadvantage?
For some people, it's an advantage. For some others, no. Like you were saying, some guys now, even today, they come to the studio, they look for me in Booksy or Google. They don't know I'm a woman.
Right.
So they get there and it's like, oh, you really know how to do this? Yeah. And I never get mad. I understand. I just, if you're going to let me work, it's okay. The problem is when it's not trust at all, and they're like, oh, no, no, no. It's a little problem, but most of the time they'll let me work. Like, just trust me. I'm gonna get you. Tell me everything you like, everything you don't like. I'm gonna do it right. And most of the time, always, the client is happy at the end. Is coming back.
So if for young people that are coming up that want to be hairstylists, what would be how did you get your first 10 clients?
My first 10 clients is the same. I treat them like they were my first 100.
But they came in from the door or from Instagram. How did you get these 10?
Yeah, well, in the beginning, it's just
You
they
sit
come
there and
in.
you hope they come in?
Yeah.
So they walk in through the
Walk-ins.
door, they walk in, they say, I need to get a fade.
Yeah, you're
and
like-
then you're standing there and you go, hey, I'm La Bendita.
Guys, you can come here and sit,
And what do they
please.
say? Do any of them say, nah, no?
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
times.
a lot of times
Yeah.
say, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, here and in Mexico, even in my barbershop, clients get there, they were like, is there a barber who can cut my hair? He's like, it's me.
Well, I can imagine in Mexico, there, man, those
Yeah,
dudes, they
is
don't.
there a male barber?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, no.
Just me.
Just me. I started me,
Uh-huh.
one chair, and at the barbershop.
Uh-huh.
It's like, it's my barbershop.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm La Bendita.
Yeah. Then I had to hire another barber, and
Uh-huh.
sometimes it was like, I'm going with him.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
They'll go with the guy that you hire. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
because he's a guy.
Yeah, and here it was hard too. In the barbershop I used to work, eventually I got promotion. So I was the manager there. So a client came in, walking, hello, good afternoon. It's like, I don't exist. They ignored me. Like I wasn't there. I'm not talking. There's no woman there. Ignored. Totally ignored. It was hard.
And what do you think about? It's scientifically proven that men will most likely cheat on their wives before they cheat on a barber. You think it's true?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why?
Yeah. Well, I hope this doesn't get in trouble
Uh-huh.
for my clients,
Uh-huh.
but a lot of my clients don't even tell their wives or girls.
That you're a girl.
Yeah. They don't even tell them that I'm a girl. It's
Uh-huh.
like, no, if I tell her, I'm not going to be bad.
No?
Yeah. So they stay with me, but yeah.
But they won't even tell their girl that. That's so
Never,
funny.
never. And I know almost everything about my clients. That's why sometimes it's easier that your clients become your friends, that your friends your clients.
But that's a very strong connection there.
Yeah.
You know, to not even tell your girl that your barber's a girl, right?
Yeah.
So, are they doing it because your skill, your personality? What is the reason why they stay committed to you?
Well, they say committed to me. I want to say, well, the skills. Yeah. How I make them feel there and everything. Yeah. Why they don't tell their wife or girlfriends? I don't know. They are toxic and crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I can
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
that. All right, what did you stop doing to level up your business to a more premium service?
I will stop caring about the volume. That's the key, because when you're in a barbershop, of course, like I was telling you, it's a process. You have to be through that, and cut a lot of hair, be fast. You have to be fast and skilled when you're in a barbershop. So you have to cut fast and have another one, cut 15 haircuts, 17, 20 haircuts a day, so you can make some money and do a lot. So in that way, you're gonna get clients from everywhere, like all type of clients. And to start doing something premium, you have to start taking your time and doing that filter, so you have different uh, clients too. But it has to be worth it. Like what I wanted to do when I moved here to the studio is like, okay, this is gonna be the price, but it's gonna be worth it. Like you're gonna say, okay,
This is gonna be the price.
yeah, this is gonna be the new price,
Uh-huh.
but you like what I do, and I'm gonna give you your drink. You're gonna feel happy, chill. You're gonna relax.
You're gonna eat your cookie and you're gonna like it,
Eat your cookies, everything.
and you're gonna pay your $100
You
bucks.
can have 1, 2, 3 cookies.
Yeah. Just
And
pay the $100 bucks at the
yeah,
end. Booksy, bang.
I take care of you. Don't worry.
The price of a haircut's gone up. What's
Yeah.
the difference between going to the barber in Hialeah that charges $25 and then going to La Bendita's studio? What's the
Of
difference?
course, I think there's very skilled barbers out there, and that are not charging enough. But it all depends in everything, the whole experience, and also the skills of the barbers is very important. Nowadays, a lot of barbers, they don't even know how to use the scissors. They don't start updating all the new stuff that is out there to get new fades, the beards, everything changed constantly. So I think that's the difference. Like you need to keep updating, educating yourself, give a better service and everything, and that's how I do it. Like I'm always thinking, what can do more? Why what else can I do extra for them to feel like spoiled? I want to spoil my clients. I want to take care of them.
Well, let me
really
tell you,
good.
being on time and always being on point is, or at least from my perspective,
Yeah.
very important, you
Yeah, I
know,
know.
because time is money.
Yeah.
And if I got to show up to an appointment because I respect your time and you don't respect mine, that would be the fastest way out.
Yeah.
Although some of the guys that I had before, I put up with their shit for a long time because I love them very much, you know? But at some point, you have to decide between loving somebody and your business and how you eat. And if something's going to take me 3 hours versus an hour, which or and a half or whatever it takes us to do it, you know, then I have to make a business decision, you know? And then that that ruins relationships. So always being on point and being responsible and showing up, I think that that's very
Yeah.
important. I'm sure your clients all appreciate it. That's why they flew you to New York because they wanted somebody they can depend on, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and that works for both, like the clients and the barber.
So what do you do when a client is late?
Well, some of my clients that I know that they're always on time, and one day they're like, "Oh, I'm coming late." It's okay, don't worry.
Yes.
And I have clients that they come every, let's say, every 10 days or every week, and they're always late. But what I tell them is like, "Okay, I'm gonna book you, but your appointment is open. If somebody comes or needs that time, I'm gonna give it to them because I know they're gonna be on time.
Yes.
You can wait.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you make me wait.
Right.
You can wait too. I'm
And
sorry.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I
absolutely.
do with clients that are consistent but late.
Yeah, you
It's
know
like-
your clients, so you know what they're
Yeah.
going to do.
Yeah.
Now, La Bendita, where did that come from? Where is that? What is it? How did you brand that?
Well, all started in Mexico. It was my first business, La Bendita in Spanish. So it's like the what holy
The blessed.
the blessed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because barbering is a blessing for me, basically, and since it was my first barbershop, it's like another blessing. It's the first business, first job, my own. So yeah, for me, barbering and the skill I have is it's a blessing that I love. I love to do it, and I'm very blessed that I can only have this job. Like I don't need two jobs, three jobs. Like I only have one, and it's the one I like.
I don't know a lot about your industry, but I do like the setup that you have where you have your own private studio versus a big barber shop. I don't know if those are still. I don't know how profitable those are, you know, because the way that rent is, how expensive, and then you always got to be depending on barbers, and then you got to be babysitting them and make sure they show up and rent
Yeah.
them a chair or however it works, you know. So, what do you feel about the way that things have changed and evolved? Where do you see the industry going?
Well, I see this is going. All barbers now want their private studio. They want be their own boss, their own time. That's what everybody wants. But barbershops keep working because some barbers don't really want to stay there. You know, they don't do it because they like it. They're just like, yeah, this is another job. They pay me.
Yes.
They don't want to worry about it.
Right, right. They don't want to have the responsibility.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
tell me when to be here. I'll be here. Give me the
Uh-huh.
guests that walk in through the door.
Yeah, they don't
I'll
have
take
to,
those and
to worry about anything else.
right.
So barbershops will keep working. Now I see more barbers also prefer renting a chair. But for the barber owners, it's better to have the percentage. That's what I was thinking. Like, I want to have a barbershop. I still going to keep my own studio, but I want to have barbers.
You want to have a shop too.
Yeah,
So
shop.
you want to do both.
Yeah, yeah. But in the shop, I think the best way is to have percentage. That's the only way to make.
In the studio where you're at, there's like that hair salon that has like 4 people in there. Like that looks like a good
Yeah.
concept. Like
Yeah.
that rent can't be too expensive. You can fit 4 people in there. If you have 4 motivated barbers,
Yeah.
you know, are you ready to tackle that challenge?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and what are you gonna do when they don't show up? And then they start giving
Well,
you.
I think as a boss of a barbershop, knowing about the business is very important. That I think being in other barbershops before, that my boss wasn't a barber at all, so they don't know what we want. So I think if I open a shop, I know what the barbers want to have, to stay there and be happy working.
Yeah, you're 100% right. I opened up a nail salon once, and that did not go well at all because I had no idea what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
They were stealing from me, not showing up, and I had
Yeah.
no clue what was going on. They'd be like, we need more product. I'm like, what is that? You know what I mean? So I didn't even know the first thing about it, and I would always tell people, I'm like, don't get into something that you personally, you can't step in and do yourself, because you're not gonna do well. You know what I mean? If you open up a restaurant and you don't know how to cook, you're cooked.
Yeah.
You know? If you open up a barber shop and you don't know how to cut hair, you're
Yeah.
cooked, because if a barber doesn't show up, then you can't step in and help
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
You know?
And that was a problem for me in other barbershops, that I was like, damn, I want to give this good service, and this guy don't know that I need hot towels, that I need cold towels,
Yes.
that I need this,
Right.
that I need to wash the head.
Right.
And they don't care about. They're
Right.
like, why you need that?
Yes. Because they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand.
Yeah. And they don't care also about other barbers that they have. They don't know if this barber is good, if he do it good.
Because they're just thinking costs and expenses
Yeah.
and things like that. They're not thinking about what you actually need to provide
Yeah.
the service, a good service.
And
'Cause when you go to La Bendita right now, you get the hot towel, you get the cold
Everything.
towel, you get everything. You get sharpened up.
Exfoliation.
Yeah, exfoliation. We go walk everybody through what my haircut looks like when I go to La Bendita. Walk them through it from the minute I walk in through the door. What is it like?
Yeah, first, you want to watch something different. You always want to watch something in the TV, what you want to drink. Usually have your water or the coffee. I do your haircut. I do your beard. I put the hot towel. I shave. Then I put the black mask. Then I put the color and everything. Another hot towel. Then the exfoliation, massage, and yeah, and then at the end I do your hair. I comb your hair with the hair dryer product and everything. Make you look perfect for the podcast.
That's how I do. In case you didn't know.
You get the steam too. All
The steam,
open.
that's
Yeah.
right. We get the steam.
Yeah.
And the steam is for what?
Open the pores.
The pores. For
Yeah.
you to do the blade.
The razor, yeah.
That's a little bendito. It's an hour and a half, 2 hours
Yeah.
sometimes. This is no joke. This ain't no
Yeah.
barbershop 20-minute cut, right?
It's funny because I used to cut hair in the other barbershop so fast.
Yeah.
Then I moved here, it's like an hour. for
No,
a
but what you
haircut.
said makes sense. You treat every time you
Yeah.
cut like the first time. And I
Yeah.
think that makes a difference. Because when you do
course.
rush through it, you make
Yeah.
mistakes.
I mean, I can do a good haircut in 30 minutes, 25 minutes. But here I can be into the details and everything. Literally get it perfect.
Yeah, if somebody needs to be out quick, you can make it happen.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if
of course.
you'd rather take your time and do the full service,
Yeah, I prefer.
which makes a difference.
100%.
I feel it. I
Yeah.
mean, I go every week for a reason. You know?
You take an hour and a half.
An hour and a half, maybe 2. You know, and I can understand why they don't tell their girls you're a girl. Their girlfriends are probably going, "Damn, you're 2
Yeah.
hours with your barber.
You've
What the
been there
fuck?
an hour?
What's going on over there?" You know.
What?
All right. So, what is the plan for La Bendita in the future? Are we scaling the business, or what are we gonna do?
Yeah, of course. Well, that's what I was telling you. I want to have a shop, different La Benditas.
What about courses? Have you ever thought about teaching
Yeah.
courses online?
Yeah, I really like to do that.
Because since
like-
you have experience teaching, you might reach more like that.
Yeah, I would like to do some live classes and have the ones recorded, like a couple of videos for starting, for experienced barbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think now that you
Also-
have your studio, you can do a lot of that
Yeah.
stuff on your downtime.
Yeah, and I really like to teach. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also
The
I'm
courses seem to be
planning-
very lucrative because right now on Instagram, you look, everybody's selling some
Yeah,
kind of course,
yeah.
you know? And
Yeah.
they're rolling up in Bugattis.
maybe open a school.
Yeah, school. There you
Yeah.
go. They used to
And-
have one right there next to your
Yeah.
thing. Do you
But
know
here
about
it's so hard because, well, in Mexico you just study, and you can have your barbershop. Here you need a license.
Yeah.
That was hard at the beginning
Yes.
too.
Do you think
that I
that
learned.
there's a lot of demand still for? Are people still trying to get into the industry? Are still people?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And more younger people,
Yes.
and it's easier, and it's better when you're young, and you learn so fast, and your hands, your abilities, and everything.
You're motivated too.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You got the energy to stand on your feet all day,
Yeah.
right?
I know nowadays I've seen 16 years old guys, 17 starting to cut hair, and they're do it good.
Really?
I look at the haircuts, I'm like, fuck.
On Instagram?
Yeah. When I started, I used to call awful. It's now 4 years ago that I started cutting acceptable.
And what about those haircuts that I see that the Cubans get when they get the volado? What is that? Huh?
That's a Cuban style.
What is that? What they put in their hair so it looks like that crazy?
No, that's too much hairspray.
It's a hairspray?
Yeah,
Nah, but it looks like it's like something else. Their hair's like, it'll be like colors.
That's not natural hair. Like
That's not natural hair?
I have clients that ask me to do the keratin stuff,
Uh-huh.
like what I get to have my hair straight,
Yeah.
and just do it up,
Uh-huh.
dry it up, and hairspray.
I gotta show you some videos that I've seen because I send it to my Cuban friends and I'm like, yo, what is this, bro?
That's a thing.
That's a thing,
They
right?
like it, yeah.
They like that, right?
Yeah. It has a
What's
name,
it
but I
called?
don't remember the name. I know it has a
I'm
name.
gonna try to find the link right now. You know what it is?
No.
You seen it, right?
Like the ice cream, the soft ice cream.
Yeah, man, it looks crazy. And I always
I
ask
know
my
the
boy, I'm
fake
like,
they
yo,
call
what is
it-
this?
They call it like machimbrado or something like that.
Let me see.
But the
Oh, look right
style-
here. Look right here. Oh no, hold on. Let me see if I can go back and find this. Man, I see it. I sent it to my boy. I'm like, damn, dog, what are these Cubans doing? This thing is fucking lit.
Yeah, it has a name. I just don't remember.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's volado, bro.
And they like it to put color and everything.
Cuban barbers. I don't know how they do it. You don't do that, right?
No.
All right.
I've done it like once because they asked me to.
They asked you to do it and you did it?
Yeah.
You had to buy special products for that thing or what?
Yeah, I had to do everything like the keratin,
Oh, look at this.
straighten up the hair, and
Hey, this guy doesn't have it too much, but I'm sure if I go on this page, probably one of these guys got it crazy. I don't know. I've seen some that are just like wild. I'm like, damn, how you get it like that? Look at this thing right here. How you do that right there?
yeah.
How do they do that? Let me see. I've seen some crazy ones. I'm like, damn. Yeah, I don't want you getting into that, you know? That might be too much.
No,
Maybe it
no,
takes you
that's
2
too
hours
much.
just to do my hair, and I don't even got any.
Yeah,
It'll probably take you
no.
like 3. How long did it take to do those haircuts that those guys
No,
got?
it's hard. It's hard. It's not even the haircut. It's just the style.
It's the style?
Just making that hair stay.
Yeah. And what do they do when they lower the windows in the car and stuff? How do that shit don't fly away?
The whole hairspray bottle.
The whole thing, right? Oh, wow, look, this girl torched it. Look, this girl used the torch on this guy.
Oh yeah, I know that girl. Yeah.
You know her?
Yeah, she's Cuban, of course.
She's Cuban?
Yeah.
Yeah, she hit this guy with a blowtorch.
Yeah, she works in a big barbershop in Hialeah.
La Rosie.
Yeah.
Nice. We got to ask her how she did that. Oh, she got 250,000 followers, this girl.
Yeah, she's famous.
She's famous? Yeah, she hits people with a blowtorch. Fucking didn't burn nobody's head
I know
off.
if you. That's one of the things that make me want to move here. I knew a lot of famous barbers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that live here. I was like, something. There has to be something in Miami.
You know what it is? Everybody's goes out every weekend here.
Yeah.
You know, there's always something to do. Miami's that place where there's always stuff going on.
Yeah.
There's always a party. You can go out every single day of the week.
Yeah.
And how do you do it to turn down when your clients? I'm sure they invite you all the time to do stuff.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to say no.
It's hard to say no, right?
Yeah.
But you have to.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm only off on Sundays. So if I'm going out, it's Saturday.
You know, I can tell you one thing from what I've seen with barbers. The one thing that I've seen that it's having that discipline to say no is always the tough part because they'll
Yeah.
get a client who's either famous or he's rich.
Promoters.
You know, and
I
then
have a lot of promoter clients. That, you wanna come tonight? Yeah, you come. Just tell me. I'm gonna.
And they don't have the discipline to say no, and then they're out with them, and then they're not there the next day for their clients. You know,
Yeah.
and that could be a huge downfall. So as a client,
Yeah.
I could give some advice to an up and coming barber. Don't get lost in the sauce.
No.
You know, because then you lose your clients. You're gonna lose your
Yeah.
base.
Yeah.
And then people will stop coming. Yeah, you may have that one client, but can you live off one client?
No.
No, right?
No. Yeah, I have a lot of friends of clients that wants me to go out on Fridays. I'm like, Friday is not Friday for me because I work Saturday. So if I'm going out, it's Saturday night, because I know Sunday I can relax.
Right.
And even sometimes I come to work.
Sunday's not a busy day in the world?
No. Well, some barbers, yeah, but I prefer having Mondays busy than
Yes.
Sunday.
Are Mondays busy?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah.
Why is
and
that?
I don't know. A lot of people have their day off on Monday, so they come to the shop to get a haircut. So sometimes it gets busy for me on Monday. Yeah. And that what you were saying, that here everybody needs a haircut every day. That was hard in Mexico. In Mexico, guys get a haircut like once a month and a half.
But they wear longer hair, right? They usually have more longer hair, so they kind of
Yeah,
let it
and
grow
they don't
out.
care too much about it.
And there's no where they're not really going out.
No.
And they wear hats and stuff.
Yeah, and where I had my barbershop, it was next to a big building of.
This is Miami.
Office.
In Miami, you can't wear hats if you want to go
Yeah,
out. So you
no.
have to have a haircut. Like you just don't have a
Yeah.
choice. And then you want to look sharp. Everybody looks
Yeah.
sharp. You have something going on, like you
I-
said, right? Everybody
I
has
learned
something going
here
on.
about the shape ups. I didn't know what a shape up was. In Mexico, nobody gets a shape up.
Right.
So
A
it's
shape
like,
up is what? What is a shape up?
yeah, let's say you came today, right? And you're going out on Friday or Saturday. And it's a little grow here, a little here. So you just want to shape up, just do the lines again. If you had here the tape.
Shape ups are for brokies. I don't get a shape. We had a full blown haircut.
Get
If
me
I
a
need a
full
haircut
haircut.
tomorrow, I get another haircut tomorrow. I'm coming for a shape up.
Yeah, shape
Give me
up.
another
just shape up.
haircut.
They're like, no, yeah, today, just a shape up.
Shape ups are for brokies. There are no brokies around here, right?
Yeah,
That's what you got to tell them.
It's my lowest price.
That's what you got to hit them back with. Yeah, you can say, this is La Bendita's barbershop. We don't
don't
do
get
brokey
shape
cuts.
ups.
Yeah,
We don't
you
do
got to go
shape
do that
ups.
at the barbershop down the street. They probably do that shit there.
Yeah, we don't do shape ups.
Here we do the hot towel, the mask every day, right?
Yeah.
Because you can get the hot towel and the mask every day.
Yeah.
So I want to look 50% good for my next thing.
No.
I got to look 100% good every
100.
time. All right, well, that wraps it up for us here. La Bendita,
Thank you so
right?
much for
What
having me
are we
here.
missing? If we have a young, up-and-coming stylist, those 15, 16-year-olds that you saw on the gram, what would you tell them?
Keep learning, and be very disciplined. Because you're younger, it's harder to say no to go out. But yeah, you have to get advantage of that. That you're young, you have a lot of friends, a lot of going out, meeting people, meet everybody you can, and make everybody your client.
And if La Bendita could go back to when she was 15, 16, what would she tell herself?
Yeah.
The same thing?
Yeah. Yeah, well, before I went to college, but I always wanted to cut hair. So that was a waste of time. So if this is what you want to do, just if you love it, is a big word outside for you. Because a lot of people think cutting hair, you're going to starve.
And going to work at a barbershop is a good start? Going to work at a shop is a good start?
It's the best way.
The best way to start?
Yeah, it's the best way to start and to learn, because that's the real life where you have when you're learning, you're cutting your dad, your grandpa, your friends, but when you're in a barbershop and you have real clients, is where you learn everything
Does a barber learn more from a teacher like you or from the shop?
from the shop, 100%.
From the shop.
Yeah, I always tell people that want to learn is like, I can teach you and I can give you the basis and everything, also almost theory about everything. But if you're going to be a good barber, is you cutting.
Yeah.
That's the only way. Cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting.
I have this opinion about people that want to take courses all the time. I'm like, why are you paying to take a course when you can get a job somewhere where they're going to pay you to
Yeah.
teach you? You know? Why are you going to pay to take a course that's going to teach you nothing when you can go get a job, but people don't
Yeah.
want to work? Because then it requires working,
Yeah.
you know? So they don't want to work or get paid and learn. They'd rather pay, sit
Yeah.
behind a computer, and they learn nothing really. Because at the end of the day, a lot of those courses don't
Yeah.
teach you much, you know?
Yeah, I had my students before. It's like, yeah, I'm teaching you everything I know, everything. But that's not going to make you a good barber.
No.
You have to cut.
The course is not going to teach you how to answer the phone at 7:30 p.m. at night when you don't have any clients and you're
Yeah.
wondering how the hell you're going to make your bills. And some dude calls and says, yo, can you fade me up? And he's like, oh, but you're a girl. And you have to get him in through the door. And you
Yeah.
did, right?
Yeah.
And you ain't going to learn that on the course.
No.
And that's the difference between being successful and being broke.
Yeah. That's a big difference.
Big difference. All right, thank you again for coming. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much
and,
for
I will
having
see
me.
you on Wednesday.
Okay, see you next Wednesday.